Now I see it. Oh, wow. Oh, look
like
at that. That's bark.
I really honestly had no idea that this was even a thing.
Oh, look at
that
that's
is so cool. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be checking out something that we actually have been there, experienced, but not experienced. Anyway guys, I saw this on a recommendation and so I thought we would check it out, and then you reminded me like, oh, we were actually there for one of those.
Yeah.
Anyway guys, what we're talking about is the Chelsea Flower Show.
Apparently it's a big deal.
And we've been doing a lot of like other countries' scenery and stuff. And I know this isn't really UK scenery per se, but it's still a unique thing to the UK, I feel like.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, that's what we're doing today, is just checking this out. Just gonna do some short clips, so it's like an hour and a half long whole thing, which we might do on our own time. If there's enough interest, we could try to do that here, but it'd be like a 2-hour YouTube. It'd be like a movie. So anyway, guys, we're just gonna check out some clips. And
this one is the highlights from 2022, which I realized, which I was reminding you, that's where when we were there. We were there in 22, and we were in Chelsea, and I remember walking around some of the buildings and like, why is this covered in flowers? And we didn't know that there was an actual event flower show going on.
And for me, my mind, I thought it was just for the Jubilee.
Well, I thought it just always looked like that too, because that was our first time there.
So until I saw this, I was like, I didn't even realize it was a separate thing. So anyway, guys, let's get into it, check it out, and appreciate some British culture. The volume is throwing me off the clicking. Oh, the Queen.
Oh, those are cool.
I can't get enough of this
Awesome.
place.
Chelsea's all about sharing ideas and getting ideas.
Oh, I love those dresses.
That was cool.
It's brilliant.
It's so full of joy. Everybody works so hard on their gardens. They're all so beautiful.
It's just so safe and tranquil and peaceful and calm.
It's nice to meet someone as tall as me at Chelsea Flower Show.
Oh, that's he's an actor.
Oh, yeah. I
He's
didn't
really
see
super
him.
tall. He's been in like the Tooth Fairy. That's for some reason it's a movie I can remember. Man.
I think I've seen him before, yeah.
I will say, I think I came across some statistic that the population of the UK has like the highest gardening rate, like people that garden and stuff.
Oh, okay.
It's like a very big
I feel like
pastime.
Germany might be second, because I know they tend their gardens.
I have no idea. I feel like it definitely, again, like US, it's really
Very
low
low.
right now. I think it used to be high, but everywhere used to be high.
It's nice to meet someone as tall as me at Chelsea Flower Show.
I know. It's always great to see flowers in perfect condition.
One of the gardens that actually took our eye, we both loved it, was the garden with the wooden sculptures.
Sculptures and
That's
carvings.
so crazy.
Like Narnia.
Yeah, I'm more of a fan of like the sculptures personally. I mean, the flowers are beautiful and stuff, but the sculptures, they're gonna last a lot longer too.
Well, we'll see. There might be some pretty cool flowers.
I'm not a big gardener, but I'm an enthusiastic gardener.
You know when people say, do you like dogs or cats? I've always said, well, I love trees.
And trees.
Oh, that's Judi Dench.
Oh,
Not Judi Dench.
yeah.
I can never remember. Is it Judi Dench?
I don't know, but she's in the Bond movies.
Yeah, I can never actually remember her name.
My mind are the greatest of all plants, and we really want the public to understand that when they hold a piece of wood, you know, you're holding a piece of time.
I'm very intrigued by this garden here and the focus on sustainability.
Oh, that's cool.
I think for all of us, it just inspires your own mind, and certainly seeing it here is a big bonus.
It's made from sustainable forest.
And it's MDF. You know,
Oh, that's
my
cool.
dad used to make stuff out of MDF.
We really need to look at sustainable materials that can capture that carbon.
It does
Oh,
feel,
yeah.
as we're becoming more climate conscious, that gardening is a natural.
Oh, look at
Oh,
that's
that is
cool.
so cool.
Oh, wow.
We should be teaching this at schools. We should be telling our neighbours about it. We should be taking interest in our
That's
community
pretty.
spaces.
Let's get communities together.
If you start doing things, it kind of eases that climate anxiety.
Everyone should be able to have a little bit of garden, whether it's an interior garden or an
I love his
exterior
mustache.
garden.
I really do love a bit of Chelsea.
But if you are at all remotely interested in all things green, then it's heaven. It's heaven.
I can see that's really cool.
That was like a teaser.
I only remember like the wreaths for the Queen's Jubilee like competition.
I remember a few, and I think I have some footage, but I remember walking by certain buildings, and there were just like these flower decorative things that were around it. And all of them were Queen themed because that was for her Jubilee, and I think it was kind of in honor of that. So I did realize a lot of them had a Queen theme to them. So it was kind of interesting. So that was 2022, and I think we're kind of doing this now. Oops.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention that I feel like the UK has like a lot of societies, and a lot more than let's say other countries per se, because it just seems like there's like a group or a society you can kind of like. Because I know Trevor, Hopefully he doesn't mind me sharing this, but he's part of like the radio society.
Oh, well, there's societies and clubs of
That's what I meant.
all
That's what I meant.
kinds.
Like, there's just so many clubs. Like, whatever your hobby is, there's like a club to join and
Well, I could see that.
hang out with other people and stuff.
I feel like that's around here. We just aren't a part of any. But what I was saying is we're kind of getting into this because it's actually getting that time to start our garden. Not that I'm much of a gardener myself, but I'm hoping to grow a few plants this year and just kind of see how it goes.
It'd be more of a
like I spent all day yesterday digging in the dirt, pretty much. So
yeah, the weather. We actually are having early
warm
spring.
Yeah, it's been in the
Spring's coming early,
60s
whatever.
Fahrenheit.
Anyway, guys, yeah, this is a clip from the Chelsea Flower Show 2023. We obviously missed that one.
Chelsea Flower Show. I'm Stephanie, and today I'll be taking you actually onto the gardens where we'll meet the designers and hear more about the inspiration behind these beautiful spaces. We'll get a close-up of the planting schemes and reveal the hidden secrets that lurk within some of the gardens.
So that, like, creative people are so amazing. Like, when it comes to art, they can just turn anything into art. Like, I recently came across, I know I showed you, the guy that, he breaks glass, and he turns that into, like, pictures.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so he doesn't break, he cracks
Yes.
glass a certain way.
He draws a picture and then he cracks it a certain way to emphasize the picture.
And it's just the same thing with, like, this is definitely, like, artists.
Taking nature and kind of forming it to another kind of art.
Here's a little glimpse of some of the stunning gardens we're going to be visiting.
It's a very green one. I like more flowers personally.
This one doesn't seem to be showing, like, the creation side that people have done yet. There we
Well,
go.
that's kind of cool though.
Oh, same guy.
Mr. Mustache.
I can't grow one. Totally off topic, but I can't grow them. I feel like there is a lot of work into getting a nice mustache.
Oh, grow a mustache like a garden?
There's also a lot of work in a garden.
I feel like his mustache might have been just as much work though.
But I didn't show the artistic side.
No.
But it was just kind of showing with the flowers, and I felt like there's probably one location in Chelsea
Well,
that they actually.
Chelsea's like the whole district, I guess.
No, I know, but there's wherever they host this, there's probably a botanical garden. I'm guessing.
So this is Chelsea's Flower Show of 2023. This is just a sneak peek, so hopefully it'll kind of fill in some gaps of what we missed.
I really honestly had no idea that this was even a thing. So. I think it's really cool.
I vaguely remember people talking about while we were there, and I can't remember if it hadn't happened yet or it just happened and they just left it up until after the Jubilee.
I think it's really healthy to have like clubs or societies, whatever you want, like a lot, like to keep people busy.
Well, not just that, but I think gardening specifically is a good skill that everyone should know basics of.
Which I know very little.
The Chelsea Flower Show is back, featuring 36 show gardens and 76 plant nurseries.
Oh, okay.
And in case anyone's wondering, those are not our closed captions. I can't control that.
Before I head in, I'm going to speak to Lucy Bale, who designed and created this amazing floral entrance.
We made this massive entrance full of over 3,000 British stems from all over the country. And it's called Not Another Blooming Heatwave. And it's waves tumbling down, crashing over everyone as they walk through. So I hope you enjoy it.
It's gonna take like months to plan this and whatever, like all the growing and the planning and like what are you gonna
How do
do
you
to
keep
showcase?
the flowers like alive while they're on display? Like, do they have special planners that they're in? I don't know.
I like that they're incorporating like paintings and like the wood art.
Samaritan often callers are very distressed.
This looks like
they might be
spiders.
isolated, lonely, and I wanted the garden to be a representation of that lived experience. So the ground opens up, there's this deep fissure running through, there's concrete hanging
That's
above
elaborate.
you and beside you. It creates a feeling of claustrophobia. The concrete, which is all rough on the outside, is smoothed on the inside and carved and inlaid with gold, and remind people that feel alone, that they're not alone, and that someone somewhere cares about them.
I'm not sure how I get that, but okay. A side topic?
Well, I've never seen an instrument like that before.
I've seen them, I have no idea what they're called.
I want to say it's a type of, it seems like a type of violin, but
It's a stringed instrument. mustachio again.
So the
Ooh.
Choose Love Garden is
I
inspired
like that
by
one.
refugee migration routes across Europe. And the plants are all native to countries like North Africa, the Middle East, Afghanistan,
color.
Turkey, and then through the Mediterranean. So the plants are what people would see along those routes. They're also things that people often grow while they're in a refugee camp to remind them of home.
Interesting.
I was gonna say, the nice thing about this, it seems like it's not just like the UK. There is like culture, like flowers from all over the world and artists and different.
It's not just London or the UK,
The beautiful array of gardens and flowers doesn't stop there. As you venture along the streets of Chelsea, you will find jaw-dropping installations dotted around.
We've got some amazing animals here. The theme this year for Chelsea in Bloom is flowers in film. So this installation we've made so that the children and people can walk amongst the animals. And we have animals that have been made out of wonderful natural resources. And they're just coming up on the stone there. We have Baby there, Sinbad, because this, of course, is the Lion King. And he's been
now
made
I
out
see
of
it.
camel's
Oh,
grass,
wow.
nuts for the eyes, reindeer moss. It's all natural sustainability. There's
Oh, look at that, that's bark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like I could be wrong, but I think it looks like a birch tree.
I don't know exactly, but I love that. That's
95
really
shops
cool.
that have been decorated. Chelsea's going to be buzzing this week, and there's loads of people flocking in just to see it. And it really is worth every effort to come up and see it.
That's cool.
So I still don't know exactly what the whole deal is with like how it started or whatever. Like,
The
but
history
it's obviously
behind it,
an annual thing that they do, and it's kind of cool that we actually got to witness a little bit of that, even though we don't remember a whole lot.
Like you said, like I said in the beginning, I had no idea if this was actually a thing. Like I said, I just thought it was something for the Jubilee.
Yeah.
And I didn't put two to two together until we started watching these. I think it's really cool that the UK has so many of these similar things like this.
Something
Like,
to keep you busy.
They bring the community together. That's what I should say.
yeah.
Like something like the community comes together. They put up a nice show.
That is true.
And then it brings tourists in.
Because it's not like just a normal like festival type thing where it's like, oh, only people who are interested will go to like a music festival.
Yeah, we have a lot of, like, our small towns have a lot of festivals.
We have a lot of county fairs.
Yeah,
and
county
stuff
fairs
like
and
that.
festivals, but it's not.
But it's not as
quite the
group
same.
oriented because it's more of just like people come, they interact with one thing or watch something
And
like a rodeo or something.
It doesn't really bring in outsiders. It's like a festival is really
No, it's
maybe
more
the
for
neighboring
county.
towns.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm sure like the big cities. Like I looked, Philadelphia apparently has like one of the best flower shows in the world. Like that's what Google said anyway. I don't know. I mean, obviously, yeah, we do have this stuff over here, but I just feel like not as large scale, like community building
Maybe not, yeah.
type things.
Yeah, it'd be kind of cool. Of course, America's so widespread, as a lot of you guys know. It's just like, you can have community building things, but then it's just like, we have to drive an hour or two to get to anything.
But I just say that's something I just appreciate of England.
Where Chelsea is just like, oh, just walk out your door and like, oh, right, it's the flower show.
Either way, it's really cool to see though, and just see the amount of work. Like, that's the thing with any type of art. Again, I'm not an artist, but I can appreciate because it's like how much work goes into something so simple. Or looks so simple. And it's like there could be 100, 200, 300 hours in something like a sculpture or a flower display or whatever.
Well, I know just a little bit of gardening and landscaping I've done. Like
It's hard
even
work.
at our old house, I did a little landscaping project where I was just putting in a tiny little pathway and making a little flower bed basically, and that took days and days, mainly just because I'm slow and I have children that I have to watch, but you know, it was a fun project and I think it was a good selling point for the house.
Anyway guys, I think we're gonna end it there. That was us checking out the Chelsea Flower Show. I don't know if we'll be back anytime in the next couple years to go see it in person,
But we do plan on coming back eventually.
but it would be great. It would be great to see, like, if we go in the summer, then we'll try to make sure we check it out in person. But either way, it was definitely cool checking out, and I just really appreciate what you guys have to offer. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Let us know more stuff like this.
Some other societal community things.
Small town, city, community things that you guys do that we're not aware of.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to check that stuff out. So anyway guys, thank you so much. We'll catch you guys in the next one.